Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. We must say, can the last member of the Tory party please turn out the lights before you go? It's been revealed as part of the process of electing the new leader that membership of the Tory party is at a record low. Absolutely down. Barely 95,000 people actually voted at all for the leader in this Tory leadership contest. Where have they all gone? Well, we know where they've all gone. That's a silly question. But it's when your party membership has fallen by 25% in just 2 years, because you have to look back at when there was the election for Liz Truss. And 2 years ago, you took at those figures and then you say these figures, 25% drop. It's a declining party with declining party membership numbers, declining party membership income, and it's running out of people, it's running out of ideas, it's running out of steam, and I think it's soon going to run out of road because the challenge from reform is now real, and they must accept that it's real. And if they want to challenge reform, if they want to drag them back from reform, they've got to turn to the right. You can't keep going to the left. There's already parties on the left, and the Tories aren't going to cut it as a party of the left. Now, as I say, when Liz Truss was voted in as leader in 2022, she had 141, or no, not she had 141,000. There were 141,000 odd votes cast. Now it's barely 95. Big drop, as I say. And with so few people, and don't forget that, that won't be everyone who's a member of the party. Apparently, party membership is about 130 odd thousand, but you don't know how many of them are no longer active. I mean, a lot of them didn't bother voting. Some of them may have already checked out, but just haven't cancelled their memberships yet. It'll be funny to see these figures later once the annual thing comes through and they go, "Oh, I can't be bothered this year," and leave. And so it's no wonder that Farage is saying that reform is now bigger than the Tories. I think he's right. I believe he's absolutely right. Because there's nothing there to attract people to the Tory party anymore. Reform seems to have the momentum. Now, I know they've wobbled of late, and they better sort that wobble out or they will become instantly forgettable. But while they've still got that momentum, they should do it and push it. But what can the Tories do? I mean, it's not as though Badenoch is going to have a huge backing from the party. I mean, I said in a video yesterday that, the result was expected to be very, very close. And boy, was it. She only got 56% of the vote. No other leader has been voted in with less than 60%. And so, it was neck and neck. It means that she's barely got the leadership. She's, and there's almost half the party don't want her to be leader. She's got to go in knowing that almost half the party voted for the other guy. And she's going to have a problem trying to unite that. I mean, she comes with baggage anyway. I mean, to be fair, not as much baggage as Jenrick, but she comes in with her own particular brand of baggage from things she said in the past and whatever. I'm not getting into the idea of identity politics. That's not my game. But the things she said, which she's gone back on. So there's little charges of hypocrisy, perhaps, could be labelled. But that said, she's good at the dispatch box. They've always said she's a good opposition leader. I don't think she's prime ministerial, but that's a different matter. But it's just that thing that the Tory party members seem to be a finicky lot. And they don't like when they're screwed over. And we saw that going back to Truss again. We saw that when the party voted for Truss, the MPs didn't like it. The MPs basically stabbed Truss in the back and imposed Rishi. And of course, that was the start of it. Once Rishi was imposed on them, they went, hang on, that's not who I wanted. That's not what I wanted. The vast majority, about 75% of the membership voted for Liz Truss. And that's what begins this rot. This is why 25% of the party have gone. Because they just feel that they've just been ignored and treated with contempt. And you can only treat people with contempt so many times. and they'll just leave. Ta-da! We see this. Now, about 20 years ago, there was about 350,000 members in the Tory party. How they have fallen. But that's like I say, that slow drift to the left that's done that. Now, in the run-up to the result today, ultimately the whole process there, actually Kemi Badenoch did express the worry that there were fewer members and fewer members voting. And she said one of the things she's got to do is push this membership drive, get people back in, make the party acceptable again. But I don't think she's got the personality to do it. This is the problem, there are no personalities in the Tory party at the moment. Just think of them. Can you name more than a couple? You've got Cleverly's a petulant child who's buggered off. Jenrick is just no-hoper. She's barely hanging on by the skin of her nails. Name me someone else in the party who is credible, or at least charming, or at least someone who, when they speak on TV, you think, oh, I'll just listen to this guy. None of them. Jacob Rees-Mogg has gone. Boris has gone. They've all gone. All the good ones are gone. What you're left with is the dross. They're all clones, faceless droids, aren't they? But that can apply to any party. Everyone in Parliament at the moment are faceless droids. There's very few people out there. I mean, Dennis Skinner. No, I don't like Labour. I don't like, Dennis Skinner's policies. But I'll tell you one thing about Dennis Skinner. He was passionate. And when he got up and talked, people listened. Tony Benn, another one. People listened. Didn't like him. I admired him. I respected him. But I didn't like his politics. But there was this old school of really good, honourable men and women, intelligent men and women, people who'd been out there, done things, cared. This lot, they're all professional, come out of a student, carry a bag, and then go off and become a faceless drone politician. Bring the characters back. And without characters, you're going to get nothing. So Kemi can sit there all she likes and talk about building the party up. It isn't going to happen. And of course, the next election, the fight will be between Reform and Labour. And given the way Labour are going, you could actually end up with a Reform government and the Tories as the official opposition. Now that'd be heaven. That'd be perfection, I think. Having the left completely mullered, annihilated, discombobulated. That would be, unusual. I don't think it'll happen, but not impossible. Anyway, let me know what you think. Why are the Tories destined to die? Over to you. Thanks a lot. Bye.